Hey guys, I've been doing some crappie fishing on Lake Greeson. Lake Greeson is a very interesting lake because the game and fish and local guides have dropped brush piles, thousands of them all over the lake. And no matter what time of the year it is, if it's dead winter, fall, spring, summer, the key is to find those brush piles in different intermediate areas and fish them, and you'll have success every time you come out. And I'm gonna kind of show you, my graph here. Basically, when I'm cruising, if you've never fished a lake before, that has brush, I would say give it one day at least and just cruise around. Do nothing but just drive around the lake, dropping waypoints on those brush piles, and go back and start kind of fishing them maybe the next day. See which ones produce, which ones don't, because I've added a bunch of brush piles. I've ended up deleting a lot of them because I've never had any luck on them. So that's kind of an idea to kind of manage your map there, so there's just waypoints not all over the place. But I'm going to kind of show you here the graph here. This is Lake Greeson. You can see all the waypoints I have. I have them all over the place. And pretty much you can tell where I fish. It's just this section right here. And right now it's spring, so I'm focusing on flats, just gigantic flats, very large contour lines. Like this is a good example. This is a big flat right here. And so you could tell this is a big flat because the contour lines aren't very tight together. See, this is a nice little drop off right here. And so it's just a big flat, the good area to look for and spawn, because they move up from the deep areas. They're probably wintering in these drop off spots, and so they come up, follow the contour lines, and get off in these flats. And I knew that for spring, so I'm just going around marking these waypoints. I don't fish them when I first find them because you got the motor going, and it usually spooks them. So I'll drop a waypoint on it, come back the next day, or even if you did it that morning, come back that afternoon and fish it and see if it's successful. Normally when I go back to it, I try to get as least amount of noise as I can. So I'll cruise up to it fairly close, drop a marker buoy, put the trolling motor down, and really kind of with a low idle speed and cruise over it until I really pinpoint that, and then drop another marker buoy on it and fish it. But kind of ideas what I look for, like right now, is like I said, for spring I'm looking for big flats with brush on them. Winter, I'm looking for drop-offs, real steep drop-offs. I like to fish around docks a lot in the winter too, because there's some docks where the creek channel bends right next to it, and so it drops in a heartbeat from 5 feet of water all the way down to 40 feet in just a very little amount of time. And for fall, I like to fall's different because they're really just kind of hanging out in an intermediate area. They're not really hanging to cover. They're not looking for structure or cover or anything. They're just feeding for winter. So that's kind of a unique time. Dock fishing is really good for that, but right now what I key on is flats, and because I know they're spawning, and they come out of the deep water, get up into the secondary creek channels, follow that into big flats, and get into that brush and spawn. So hopefully that's helpful. Like I said, do the due diligence. Go out there, and it's a little bit of time investment to cruise around, but you'll be happy once you do it. You'll have more success if you give the time it needs to really find these piles. But now sometimes you can go online and find people that's already marked these brush piles and different services, and put GPS waypoints on your SIM card, and just put it in there already. But I didn't do that. I just cruised out here. I knew they had them, and I found them. But enjoy the video. Crappie fishing on Greeson. It's fun. It's a blast. You probably can, if you do find the brush piles, you can limit out just about every time. But if you guys like the video, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and then we'll see you guys soon.